Namaste. Please accept my respects. This video presentation is a small attempt to honour Lord Jagannatha, Balarama and Lady Subadra, their Rathyatra Festival and the Gaudiya Sampradaya. The Rathyatra Festival, the parade of the chariots of Lord Jagannatha, Balarama and Subadra, is celebrated yearly in the holy town of Jagannath Puri. Here the Lord is worshipped in one of the oldest temples in India. The story of how Lord Jagannath appeared is a fascinating episode in Vedic history. To summarize the long and eventful story, Lord Krishna, his brother Balarama, and his sister Subadra manifested as deities to please the Lord's devotee, King Indrayumna. After the Lord and his brother and sister appeared as carved deities, Lord Jagannath came to the king in a dream and said, "I am eternally situated here in Puri, in the form of Lord Jagannath, as Daru Brahman. I have no material hands and feet, but with my transcendental senses I accept all the items offered in service by my devotees, and for the benefit of the world I move from one place to another. Those devotees whose eyes are smeared with the salve of love will always see me as Shyamasundar holding a flute. If your desire is to serve me in opulence, then from time to time I may be decorated with hands and feet made of gold or silver." Lord Jagannath takes his form without hands and legs. Still, he is able to accept 56 different types of food offered 8 times daily, and he tours the world in his splendid carts. Hearing the words of Lord Jagannath in his dream, the king became satisfied and prayed to him as follows: "My lord, grant that those who appear in the family of the sculptor who manifested your form may, age after age, assist in constructing the 3 carts." Lord Jagannath, slightly smiling, replied, "That shall be." Then Lord Jagannath said to the king, "The descendants of Vishvashu who used to serve me as Nila Madhava should, generation after generation, serve me. They may be called my Daityas. The descendants of Vijapati, born from his Brahmin wife, should perform the deity worship for me, and his descendants, born from his Sabari wife, Lalita, should cook my food. They shall be known as Suyaras." Then King Indrayumna said to Lord Jagannath, "My lord, kindly grant one favour to me. Let the doors to your temple be closed for only 3 hours a day. The rest of the time, let the doors be open so that all the residents of the universe may have access to see you. Further, let it be that all day long your eating may go on, and that your lotus fingers may never thus become dry." Lord Jagannath replied, "Tathastu, so be it. And for yourself, what benediction do you ask?" The king replied, "So that no one in the future shall be able to claim your temple as his own property, I desire to be without descendants. Kindly just grant me this one benediction." Lord Jagannath replied, "Tathastu, so be it." The connection with Lord Jagannath in the Gaudiya Sampradaya is very wonderful. 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya lived in the Nadavweep area in West Bengal for his first 24 years. For the remaining 24 years, he stayed at Jagannath Puri. For the first 6 of these 24 years, he travelled to and from Jagannath Puri while he toured all of India, chanting, dancing, and distributing love of God. For the remaining 18 years, he resided in Jagannath Puri, chanting, dancing, and merged in the ocean of love, remembering Krishna's pastimes. Every morning, Sri Chaitanya would visit the deity of Lord Jagannath. Standing near the Garuda Stamba, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered obeisances, prayers, and danced and sang before Lord Jagannath. Just before the annual Rathyatra Festival, Lord Chaitanya would wash the Gundicha temple in preparation. And when Lord Jagannath, Balarama and Subadra were mounted in their spectacular chariots, Lord Chaitanya would form 7 kirtan groups with 7 main dancers, and together he and all the devotees danced and sang before Lord Jagannath. Also in Jagannath Puri resided Haridas Thakur, and there is a wonderful pastime of the saintly Haridas leaving his body in Jagannath Puri. One day Haridas asked Lord Chaitanya to sit down before him, and he fixed his eyes on the Lord's moon-like face and placed the Lord's lotus feet upon his chest. As he chanted the Lord's names, tears fell from his eyes. Soon he departed from his body. At that very moment, everyone was roaring Krishna's holy names, and Lord Chaitanya became overwhelmed with spiritual ecstasy and love for his departed devotee. He raised Haridas's body and placed it on his lap, then danced in the courtyard in great ecstatic love. All the devotees joined him in dancing and chanting. Later, the devotees raised Haridas's body onto a carrier and took the carrier on their shoulders towards the sea. All the way there they chanted, and Lord Chaitanya danced in front. Upon reaching the shore, Lord Chaitanya bathed Haridas's body in the waves and declared, "From this day on, this sea is a great pilgrimage site." The devotees dug a hole on the beach and placed Haridas's body in it. Then Lord Chaitanya started covering the body with handfuls of sand and chanting, "Hari Bol, Hari Bol," chant the holy name of the Lord. The devotees took up the chanting and threw more sand, and then they constructed a platform to mark the spot. Lord Chaitanya danced and chanted all around that platform, and the whole universe became filled with the vibration of Krishna's names. After some time, Lord Chaitanya went to the temple of Jagannath for prasad from all the shopkeepers near the main gate, and he was asking them, "I am begging prasad for the festival to celebrate the passing of Haridas Thakur." In the early 1870s, the renowned spiritual master in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, became manager of the Jagannath Puri temple complex. He used his government powers to establish regularity in the worship of Lord Jagannath, Balarama and Subadra. In the temple courtyard, he established a Bhakti Mandapa where daily discourses of Srimad Bhagavatam were held. In 1874, in a large house near the Jagannath Vallabha Gardens, the 4th son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur was born, answering his prayer for the Lord to send a ray of Vishnu to preach the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. He was named Bimala Prasad and would later be known as the great Vaishnava spiritual leader and scholar, Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Prabhupada, the spiritual master of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. When Bimala Prasad was 6 months old, Lord Jagannath's cart stopped in front of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house for 3 days during the procession. Bhaktivinoda asked his wife Bhagavati Devi to bring the child to view and receive the blessings of Lord Jagannath. As she placed the child before the Lord, a garland from Lord Jagannath fell and encircled the baby boy. And the first grains ceremony was performed at that time, with sacred food, prasadam, from Lord Jagannath. In 1896, Bhaktivedanta Swami appeared in a Vaishnava family in Calcutta, and his parents named him Abhay, which means one who is fearless, having taken shelter of the Lord. In Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's own words, "From my very childhood, I was also worshipping Lord Jagannath. When I was 6 years old, my father gave me a small Rath cart, and I was performing the Rathyatra in my neighbourhood." In 1965, he travelled to the USA to carry out the wishes of his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati. He struggled hard but did not give up. In 1967, in San Francisco, one of his disciples, not knowing what she was purchasing, bought a statue of Jagannath from an Oriental store and gave to Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. As soon as he saw Lord Jagannath, he immediately folded his hands and paid his obeisances. All the young people were amazed. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada explained that Jagannath is none other than Krishna. He is worshipped along with his brother Balarama and little sister Subadra. The girl who had given the gift to Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada excitedly said that 2 similar-looking statues were also in the shop. She hurried back to the store and brought Balarama and Subadra. Srila Bhaktivedanta was eagerly waiting for them. As soon as Balarama and Subadra arrived, Srila Bhaktivedanta placed them, Jagannath to the right, little Subadra in the centre, and Balarama to the left. The first Rathyatra Festival outside of India was celebrated in San Francisco on the 9th of July, 1967. In 1972, Bhaktivedanta wrote, "I am presently engaged here in London for celebrating the Rathyatra Festival. A huge festival will begin at Marble Arch and proceed to Trafalgar Square, where I shall speak to at least 10,000 persons. Similarly, my disciples are holding Rathyatra festivals in San Francisco, Philadelphia, New York, Tokyo, Melbourne, Australia, Calcutta, and other places. So what was my childhood play 65 years ago is now a worldwide event. That same Jagannath worship is going on all over the world. All glories to Lord Jagannath, Balarama and Subadra. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to all the Vaishnava Acharyas.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram